Let us discuss player profile. A question that I brought up, I think this is the third time, towards Steve McLaren. And I was laughed at recently when I asked that question in Steve McLaren squad announcement press conference. Welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. I want to say big up to everybody who tune in all the time. Really, really appreciate the support. We're going to touch on a topic. As I said, I was ridiculed for it. And I said, boy, foolful question at MG Sports Hawks. That's not relevant. The persons who ridiculed me for that question are persons who came to hear questions about players that aren't even in the squad. Those are the questions that are more important to those persons. For me, as a football person, as a football mind, knew for a fact that the squad is already picked. The squad in front of we, you pick already, which means that nothing will change. So, it's important of me now to find out what is the plan with the squad that we have in front of us. I was ridiculed. Laugh at it. Before we get into the details of the video, please do hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. If you don't like the video, no problem at all. Lock it off. You can dash your phone, because foolishness may chat. Anyways, now, the question that I asked is, this is the question I asked. I said, let me quote unquote. Me have to paraphrase it. It's along the line of the squad that you selected. Does these players fit the profile of how you see your team playing? Specifically, the profile of players and how you want your team to play based off what happened in the last campaign and what you want to do in the current campaign. I was ridiculed for that one. And I'm like, really? I see about 2 persons said that's a good question, but a lot of persons were saying, stupid question. And when we look on it, read the comment section, go further, the persons them who are saying stupid questions, they ask questions about players that aren't in the squad. So they deem players who aren't in the squad more important than questions surrounding the current squad. Make that make sense. To me, it's nonsense. To me, I don't know what you guys are thinking. Now, let me break down the question for you to understand. Last campaign, we tried to possess the ball. We tried to build from the back. We tried to overload, and some on either side depends on where we find the weak spot on the opposing team. Yes, you can see we're trying these things. It wasn't clear because players are just learning Steve McLaren style system or style of play. So I'm saying, based off that, what McLaren saw in those games, in his mind, did he really completely identify or exactly want to build from the back, progress the ball through the central areas, utilize the wide areas with our pacey wingers, and get the ball through the middle to in the final third, in the attacking third, in zone 14, in those danger areas, ball to feet on our attackers, our strikers, our most deadly players who are going to score the goal for us. Now, the important part of that is profile of players. Let me give you an example. Boza, Mikel Antonio, 2 very similar players. Big, bulky, want to hold up the ball. Boza, less mobile, Antonio, more mobile, do a lot more work. Work in the channels, coming back to defend, hold up to the ball, goes out the ball, it's not so good, but them try balance the thing. Them try for balance. But where profile is concerned, they are similar. Now, if we go into these two games again, and we see the coach and use the same two players them at the same time, it's going to raise the question, what exactly is the coach trying to do? And why use the same profile of strikers? Now, Mikel Antonio is not necessarily a player that plays in a possession-based team. People are going to argue with me with that. Look at West Ham, with Mikel Antonio spending most of his career at West Ham. Look at how West Ham play. West Ham don't play this possession-based football. Mikel Antonio, most of the time, isolated. That's how he thrives. That's why he getting things them offer. Not saying that they don't play possession-based football or they had never done it, but saying most of the times they're not a possession-based team. Now, what McLaren is trying to do is play more of a possession-based football. Here where the problem lies. Now, let's go with our centre-backs. Our goalkeeper, high or fine line. One, technically Andrew Blake is not necessarily the best. He's not really good with the ball at his feet. Very good, brilliant goalkeeper in the box, but not necessarily a goalkeeper with the ball at his feet. You want to play from the back, means that you're going to get your goalkeepers heavily involved in play. Which also means you will need technical fullbacks and technical centre-backs. Do we have that? Yes, and sometimes no. Sometimes we don't run for go long. but in some sense. Here was the problem lies now. Or midfield. If you want to play from the back, means we're going to try to progress the ball in central areas. But guess what we have in the center of the park? We have workmen-like players rather than technical-like players. Players who want to be on the ball. Or midfielders don't want to be on the ball. They don't want to receive the ball in tight spaces. They want to take the ball in areas of the pitch that is crowded and pull out of those areas, freeing up space. They don't want to receive the ball in the middle of the pitch and break the first line with ball at feet. They will also not have ball at feet and break the first line of press by dribbling. That's not our type. That's not our midfielders. Our midfielders are workman-like. Defend, tackle with ball, leg the ball as fast as possible. How are we going to build from the back with these profile of midfielders? Specifically, Joel Latibodier will be the one anchoring the ship. He does not want the ball. He does not want the ball at his feet to keep the ball and progress the ball. He's more of a workman type of midfielder. Not that high technical, heavy possession or heavy touch. When I mean heavy touch, I mean having a lot of touches in the game. It's not that profile. So, profile now. Profile of defenders playing out from the back. Let's say Mason Holgate and Ethan Pinnock are the two centre backs. They want their midfielders to drop deep, receive the ball off of them, turn in the middle of the pitch here, and pass the ball, progress the ball to the number 8s. They want the number 4 and the number 6, drop deep, receive the ball in that half space, turn, play, spring the ball, and punch the ball left or right to either 8 or 10 who are play with him. Or maybe go to the fullback them. That's what those two type of defender want. But no, we have a defensive midfielder who do never come themselves to come receive the ball. Even if he do that, if he does do that, he won't do it a lot or enough for us to progress the ball enough through the center of the pitch. So what you're going to find is that now, either we go to the fullback them or we go over the top. And we have two possession-based centre-back. Profile. So if we have a CDM now who would profile suits the two centre-back them now, a profile CDM who are comfortable, receive the ball, or who have a profile number 8 and a profile number 10, or two number 8s with a profile of technical who wants to be on the ball. They will drop close, come close together, pass with each other because they want the ball. We don't have those type of profile midfielders. And that is where the mismatch is at. So people make it look like my question is foolishness. The question keep on asking about players that none of us know want to play or not. That is more foolishness than question surrounding the current squad that we have at hand. But guess what? MG Sports don't know football as well, I'll say, and just love chat. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Tell us what you think in the comment section. You know, I'm going to touch a little bit more on the profile of strikers as well. Also, the profile of wingers. So, we want to play possession-based football, but we don't have a lot of possession-based players. Profile. Profile, people. Profile. Just watching a defender, you can know if a defender is a possession-based defender just by how he create angles when he pass the ball. I don't think that's something that a lot of our defenders really good at. Creating angles after passing the ball. I think Ethan Pinnock is really good at that though. I think based off high level, yeah. But anyways, stop chatting my foolishness as the ball say. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, we're out. God bless. Boom. Now I mean.